Rave Radio. With rants and raves, you'll be okay. And today is your lucky day. It is rants and raves with Gary K.
Hi, this is Gary K, and welcome to another post-Infocom edition of my Rants and Raves video cast. Today, I'm joined with Ramsey Chakra, who's product manager at Epson. First off, Ramsey, I want to congratulate you on one of the best booths at the show. I mean, definitely one of my top 5 favorite booths at the show. And there's a couple of reasons, very specifically. Normally, I rave about your artistic display that kind of shows off your technology. And I thought what y'all did this year was good. I thought it was good enough. And I thought it was, it was interesting what you were trying to show. I got what you were trying to show. You were trying to show how you can image map on different depth surfaces, but also you had on the side of that, I noticed that the side ribbon was reflective material, and you're trying to show how, that you can, with laser projection, guide that. But what I was most impressed with was how y'all jumped on the trends. First off, the 21x9 canvas room, the conference room you had there, great work there.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Gary, for having me on. Yeah, it's we had a lot of interest in our booth, and a lot of people come by, and it was really exciting to be back and meeting people in person. And we did try to put as many stations in there and exhibits to kind of talk about the entire arc of what's happening in projection, right? So we had some of our some of the new platforms that are just being shipping out. We gave space for those. We also, had a couple, maybe 3 or 4 stations where we just talked about, some of the exciting things you can do with projection, whether it's digital signage or, corporate lobby or what have you. And then we also had space for, what a lot of people are talking about right now, which is, hybrid rooms. So
and that's the 21x9 space. And
right.
I'm curious, because y'all showed that as a complete system. You had a projector, short throw lens, image map, 21x9, one image from one projector. You had a speaker bar microphone that's mounted above the projector. So the projector is designed to go underneath the table, sort of creates a virtual conference room out of it with a camera and everything. And do you sell that? Are you going to skew that up, or how's that going to work? And by the way, I have a video of that. And if you click on the link in the description of this video cast, it is there. You'll see it. It's called you just look for 21x9 cameras. We shot 10 videos in your booth, by the way, but
yeah.
Is that a SKU where I can buy that? Is that like a UCC SKU that you have?
It's not. It's a combination of a mount, like you mentioned, Heckler mount, a Jabra, speaker, microphone, and a camera array, and then a daylight screen.
Okay.
This actual combination was put together by the Microsoft Teams group, and so we just duplicated what they have. But we are, working with like Heckler and others to make sure that they're all available to the same distribution channels. So if somebody wants to integrate them together, it's kind of a one-stop shop instead of having to buy separately.
Yeah, and that's, obviously, since it all is Teams certified, it would be easy to make that available. Another thing that was really popular that you showed was the smallest, brightest, lightest projector all in one. So it was 20,000 ANSI lumens. It looked like the projector that's in the ceiling of most classrooms nowadays. It's bigger than your typical meeting room projector, but doesn't look like a large venue projector. It's kind of like a hybrid in between the two, and it was 20,000 ANSI lumens. Very well done.
Yeah, that got a lot of excitement. That was one of the main things we were showcasing at the show. We had it right at the main aisle, and a lot of interest there. I think people were kind of, everyone's expecting that every incremental platform gets a little bit smaller, a little bit brighter, right? But I think this one really is almost like a generational jump. So people are really quite surprised at how much power and brightness can come out of a projector, which just a few years ago, you'd be lucky to get, 13,000 lumens out of that size. And we're now getting 20,000 lumens out of it.
And it's 120 volt, right?
The 20,000 remains 220 volts.
Okay.
Right? The 16,000
is
lumen
120
series works at 120.
Yeah. And that's, by the way, that's the EBPU 220 is the model number. I'll put a link to that as well. in the description of this video cast. I mentioned that you had like a immersive display kind of showing the design of how you can project on different surfaces, which you always do. In this case, the edges of the surfaces were really reflective as opposed to matte finishes, which made it even harder, but it looked really good. I'll put a link into that. But you did the same thing you normally do. You have little demo sessions. The thing that I was most impressed with was your family of projector products, where you showed, my new favorite projectors, the L730, which, correct me if I'm wrong, it's less than 20 pounds and 7,000 ANSI lumens. Less than 20 pounds, 7,000 ANSI lumens.
Yeah, that's a great projector. These fixed lens projectors are getting brighter and smaller, and we wanted to showcase that, besides this being your common super affordable meeting room, classroom type projector, you can do a lot with them now that they're so bright. They got such amazing image quality.
Yeah.
So we're using them for edge blend. We use them for kind of like a digital signage where you had little animated characters on shelves with 3D printed objects. So we didn't want to just showcase what you could do with the more expensive interchangeable lens. We wanted to show an entire range that you could do really amazing things.
Yeah, and you did a really good job showing that in digital signage as well. And I think 5 years ago nobody thought about using projection in digital signage, and I think your colleague Remy, I think, is a big part of the reason why that exists.
Absolutely.
But you can see all the videos that we shot, and the greatest thing is I did a booth tour, and so I went around the whole booth and saw and showed a little bit of everything. And I love booth tours, and Gavin did a great job. I mean, Gavin's got similar energy to me, so we're good. We're just pushing people out of the way, and we did a booth tour, and you get a chance.
He's our go-to guy for that. Yes.
Yeah, a little bit of everything on this booth tour, so I'm gonna link that as well. So all you need to do, if for some reason you're just listening to this and just want to remember this, go to raypubs.com/infocom2022, type in Epson in the video search window. Everyone knows how to spell that, EPSON, but we'll put a link to all these videos there. And Ramsey, thanks for joining us. And of course, you can check out all of our Infocom coverage at raypubs.com/infocom2022.
Yeah, thanks again.
With rants and raves, you'll